Hey guys, hope you guys had a good Thanksgiving break. So this was a pretty boring day, so we got to zoom really far in here just so you can see these candles. Look how tiny these candles are. So obviously, Friday I expected to be a pretty small day. It was about a 78-cent range. I didn't see the actual volume on it, but obviously it was probably pretty low. However, I was not expecting today's tight range. So today we only had about $1.41 of total range on SPY. We hit at market close here just under 50 mil in volume, which is 60% of the 30-day average. On a range aspect, this is 38% of the 10-day average. Even just ES, even including overnight on ES futures, we only moved 18 points, which is 43% of the average 10-day move. So just not a whole lot of movement from ES and SPY today. NQ did a little bit better though. So pretty much what happened on Friday, we put in a new demand right there at 455.01. But today we turned around and put in a new supply right here at 455.37. So you're kind of getting a little bit of a rounding top here. Looking at SPY, I could see us coming down to at least 453.27. Potentially even down here to the 5 or the 8 EMA, which should be right around 452.7. We're still in extreme bull momentum, so I don't really expect much more of a drop than that. Really, our range is about 453 to about 456.3 for basically the last 4 trading days now. So bulls are going to need a closure over 455.37 with a target of 457.85, and bears are going to try to close this under 453.3 with a target of 450.74. When we go over to ES here now, we have a little bit of a different setup here. This is why I love trading ES and also watching ES, because it gives you a different sort of version of what we got going on here. I'm going to try to zoom out so you guys can see everything I want to talk about. Okay, so here we got a new supply today at 45.69. Friday, we put in a new demand at 45.46. So essentially what needs to happen here is bulls need to close over 45.69 with a target of 45.95. However, bears will try to close under 45.46 with really a target of 45.14. Now, the one thing that's big difference between SPY and ES is the fact that ES, our daily DMI, is oversold for the first time since October 27th. If you look at what October 27th was, that was the bottom before a massive month-long rally. Now, are we going to get another month-long 10% move up? Probably not. But I do think we are going to try to find a bounce off this 8 EMA while we're in daily extreme bull momentum and get a push up. Going over to Qs here. So Qs is a little bit different of a setup here. So we have 390.81 supply. We put in on the 20th. So basically 5 days in a row, we have rejected off that level and not been able to close over it. However, we have a demand at 385.05 that really, if you go back to our closure here on the 14th, we have closed inside of that for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 trading days. Essentially, bears need to close under 385.05 for a drop, or bulls need to close over 390.81 for a pop to potentially this 400.1 area here. Now, same thing, NQ's got a little bit of a different setup here. Our range here on NQ is support at 15,870 and resistance at 16,089. Now, the big difference here is, once again, is also NQ is 100% oversold on its daily DMI. First time since October 27th. So if this is just a massive bull flag, we could, if we get a closure over 16,089, be looking for a move to 16,33 and potentially all the way up to this 16,500 area. Now, again, this could come back down, but this is looking like a nice daily 8 EMA support test before we push up. Looking over at the VIX here, VIX is obviously in a nice downtrend. On Friday, we actually got a new about 4-year low on the VIX. So our new demand is 12.41. That's a new low essentially for basically the last 3 to 4 years with that's our new demand that hasn't been that low. So we did come up here, and this is a little bit interesting. So you can see we're coming down. We came up to backtest this AEMA resistance, but we got a really hard rejection off of it. This trend actually sets us up for a move lower here. We'll see if that happens overnight. Today we had a pretty big move up on the VIX overnight. Even Friday we did too, but the markets didn't really react to it. So I'm looking for a bit of a move down on the VIX. I think we actually could be on our way, if you really zoom out here, to a potential to this area down here from 2017. That would be in the single digits. I'm not sure, we got really strong support in the 11 to 12 area, but I think it's not out of the realm if we are going to get the rally into end of year everybody's talking about. There's quite a few banks putting out 10 to 12% rally into end of year is possible. If we get that, we certainly are going to see the VIX probably touch single digits. Now that could set up a potential hard reversal that drops the market into a pretty big correction, maybe another 10% correction. But as of right now, especially looking at tech, I remain pretty bullish. And I think overall, if you really look at the dailies, neither bulls or bears really have a good grasp here. I think if you want to play trend, you play you play upside, but recognize that we're just consolidating here, and until that consolidation breaks, you're kind of just guessing which way this is going to go. I think the case is going to be an upside push, but it only takes one event, one little data point to start a little bit of a correction here. So overall, I remain bullish though, and we'll just kind of see what tomorrow brings.